October of 1962 is the closest America and the Soviet Union Cold War got to becoming a war. To build a background on the situation, America had nuclear missiles in Turkey pointed at the Soviet Union. Then, secretly, the Soviet Union went over to Cuba to build missiles. America wanted to know why the Soviet Union was going over to Cuba so much, so they sent a U-2 spy plane over to Cuba. The plane got images of the Soviet Union building nuclear missiles, but America didn't want the Soviets or Cuba to know America got the pictures. To prevent any more materials to come in, America sent ships to blockade Cuba. A blockade is a bunch of ships surrounding an area, in this case Cuba, to prevent something coming in or going out. For 13 days, the Soviet Union and American ships stared at each other waiting to see who would launch a nuke first.
Several days later.
The blockade got called off when Khrushchev and Kennedy realized they would destroy the planet if they went into nuclear war. They came to an agreement that the Soviet will dismantle weapons in Cuba if America won't invade. America wanted to look like they had won, so they made a secret deal with the Soviet Union to take their nukes out of Turkey.
The Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, or also known as SALT agreements, were the most far-reaching attempts to control nuclear weapons. By 1972, Nixon and Brezhnev were eager for closer diplomatic relations between their respective nations. The summit meeting between Nixon and Brezhnev was an opportune moment to pursue the closer relations each desired. Discussions concerning SALT had been occurring for about 2.5 years, with little progress. During the May 1972 meeting between the two men, however, a monumental breakthrough was achieved. First, they limited the number of ABM sites each country had. Second, the number of intercontinental ballistic missiles and submarine-launched missiles was frozen at existing levels. One large flaw with SALT, however, was the untouched subject of the development of new weapons. Regardless, most Americans and Soviets thought the SALT agreements were tremendous achievements. In August 1972, the U.S. Senate approved the agreements. SALT I, as it became known, was the foundation of all arms limitations talks that followed.